Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
The Range Rover nameplate has evolved over the last few years to spawn many models under its own brand, but this is the biggest one, meeting the latest iteration of the Range Rover, codenamed L460 for the 5th generation, and which comes 9 years after the premiere of its predecessor, the L405. The backbone of the new Range Rover itself, so to speak, offers up to 50% greater torsional rigidity than before, with a static stiffness of 30,000 newtons per degree, even with the specs of a full-length panoramic roof. The steel front bulkhead uses a closed-section arrangement to provide a double glazing effect, offering 24% lower transmission of noise and low-frequency vibration from the road surface to the cab, before considering other new enhancement technologies, says Land Rover. 2 Range Rover lengths were offered from the start, named Standard Wheelbase and Long Wheelbase. The powertrain range for the Range Rover L460 starts with 5 specifications: 2 3.0-liter straight 6-cylinder petrol options, 360 Starken, 500 Nm P360 and 400 Starken, 550 Nm P400, and 2 inline 6 3.0L diesel engine options: D250, 249 Starken, 600 Nm, D300, 300 Starken, 650 Nm, and D350, 350 Starken, 700 Nm. The top one is the P530 variant, packing a BMW 4.4-liter turbocharged V8 engine with 530 Starken and 750 Nm. There are also 2 plug-in hybrid powertrains offered on the Range Rover L460, namely the P440e and P510e. Both feature 3.0-liter inline 6-cylinder petrol as the internal combustion base, producing a peak output of 440 Starken and 510 Starken in total system output, as the model name suggests, and this comes from the 105 kilowatt, 142 PS, electric motor fed by the battery underfloor 38.2 kilowatt-hour. It offers up to 100 kilometers of pure electric travel, and Land Rover says 3/4 of daily trips can be made in this pure EV mode. DC fast charging can recharge an electric drive motor battery up to 80% in under an hour, while an AC home charge at 7.2 kilowatts achieves a full 0 to 100% charge in 5 hours. This powertrain represents the L460's emission-free operation until the pure EV version debuts in 2024. For the chassis, the L460 Range Rover uses air suspension at all 4 corners. The front end uses double wishbones of unequal length, while the rear axle uses a 5-link configuration. Data is read from the navigation system to outperform the suspension as it approaches corners, while the air spring chambers work with twin-valve dampers that react in 5 milliseconds. The air suspension system is connected to the adaptive cruise control system to control height due to changes in speed, while active speed lowering detects when the vehicle is traveling on high-speed roads, lowering its ride height for increased efficiency and control. Wheels now measure up to 23 inches in diameter on the L460, with wheel-tire combinations up to 815 mm in diameter also available. It's streamlined and doesn't provide as much mass as the car's previous 22-inch design, says Land Rover. The L460 is also the first Range Rover to come with rear wheel steering across the board. Up to 7.3-degree rear wheel steering angle is offered. It counters the front wheels at low speeds for agility, and in phase with the front over 50 km/h for stability. Inside, the infotainment system is powered by the latest iteration of the manufacturer's electric vehicle architecture 2.0. The PIVI Pro infotainment system in the L460 is presented on a 13.1-inch curved floating glass touchscreen with haptic feedback, while driver instrumentation comes from a 13.7-inch interactive driver display with configurable high-definition graphics. Vision is aided by a 3D surround camera system, including ClearSight interior rear view, which projects images from a high-mounted rear view camera onto the interior rear view mirror, making back pillars and any objects in the way out of sight to eliminate blind spots. As for the forward view, ClearSight ground view projects the vehicle's forward view onto the center touchscreen, effectively letting the driver see through the hood to the ground below. Several audio configurations continue to be offered in this iteration of the L460 Range Rover, now led by the 35-speaker, 1,600-watt Meridian signature sound system. This includes a pair of 60mm speakers in each of the 4 main passenger headrests, which offer noise-canceling functionality. For firmware updates, the L460 packs more than 70 modules that can receive OTA updates. Voice control for the L460 infotainment comes from Amazon Alexa, enabling control of music, navigation, phone contacts and more through hands-free operation. Alexa also works with onboard wireless Apple CarPlay and wireless Android Auto connectivity, as well as Baidu CarLife, while wireless device charging is also included here. For second-row passengers, the available rear seat entertainment system features a pair of 11.4-inch touchscreens mounted behind the front seatbacks. Each passenger gets a charging socket from each seat, with up to 8 USB-C sockets available. The second row gets an integrated 60-watt USB-C connection that can charge a laptop without the need for a power pack, says Land Rover. Its Wi-Fi hotspot can connect up to 8 devices at once. In accordance with currently required precautions, the L460 Range Rover is equipped with Cabin Air Purification Pro, which features dual Nano-X technology to eliminate pathogens and reduce airborne allergens to significantly reduce viruses and bacteria, including the SARS-CoV-2 virus, said Land Rover. Using Cabin Purification Pro for 30 minutes is claimed to be 97% effective in removing viruses, bacteria, and pollutants. The system includes CO2 management as well as PM2.5 cabin air filtration, both features working in tandem with the cabin temperature controller to balance air cleaning with maintaining passenger comfort. In terms of luggage capacity, the Range Rover L460 can carry up to 1,841 liters in standard wheelbase loaded to the roofline with the rear seats folded, 2,601 liters on long wheelbase, 818 liters to the roofline with second-row seats in place, 1,061 liters, or 725 liters loaded to the waist, 725 liters on long wheelbase. Upholstery on the Range Rover L460 can now offer the Kvadrat wool blend fabric, which Land Rover says is a soft-feel polyurethane material that feels like leather to the touch but is 30% lighter, and produces 25% of the CO2 it produces compared to its manufacture of comparable leather upholstery. For driver assistance, the L460 Range Rover brings the latest iteration of Park Assist. This is coupled with Remote Park Assist, which allows the new model to automatically maneuver into and out of perpendicular and parallel parking spaces. It uses 12 ultrasonic sensors and 4 surround view cameras to find the appropriate space, and displays its findings for the driver to make a choice. Meanwhile, the rear collision monitor with occupant protection assist uses front and rear angle radar to detect collision risks up to 70 meters to prevent or reduce the effects of rear collisions. A hazard light is activated when a risk of collision is detected, and if a collision is deemed to have occurred, the vehicle is prepared for impact by closing windows, fastening seat belts, moving headrests and adjusting seat tilt. In the UK market, the new 5th generation Range Rover is available to order, starting at £94,400.